The core concept of Half Minute Hero is pretty easy to understand, and it's basically contained within the title itself. In each level, there's a new evil lord casting a spell that can destroy the entire world. Thankfully, the spell takes 30 seconds to cast, and you have the Goddess of Time on your side, with the ability to pause and rewind time. Of course, the goddess doesn't work for free, so that'll cost you an increasingly large amount of money each time you need to go back to 30 seconds on the clock. So, the game is entirely about managing your time well. You need to level yourself up to a point where you can challenge the evil lord, and you often need to take care of side quests or purchase new items, weapons, or services from the townsfolk. But you'll always reach a point where you simply cannot afford to pay the goddess to rewind time anymore, and ultimately fail the mission. As many of the core mechanics might suggest, one of the most prominent parts of Half Minute Hero is its humor, which can be a liability as often as it is an asset, which is a nice way of saying that it has a tendency to not be all that funny. It's highly referential, constantly making in-jokes about JRPGs and video games in general, and that's fine if you want it. And it certainly can be funny, but they tend to get old really quickly. That being said, this game remains strong despite those comedic missteps, thanks to its strong mechanical core. This isn't just a JRPG making fun of other JRPGs. It's trying to do something almost entirely new, compressing the RPG experience into little 30-second chunks. You're still grinding levels, taking on quests, and eventually defeating an arch-villain, but you're doing it in such a small time frame that it never gets tiring. Every new area is a new world to explore, a new challenge to face, and the rapidity with which it throws those challenges at you keeps the game feeling fresh and exciting for its entirety. The game also has some other modes that I honestly didn't find all that fun, but are interesting twists on the formula nonetheless. All of them have different mechanics, but every single one of them still revolves around the 30-second conceit in one way or another, and they do serve as fun distractions once you've played through the game's main mode. But it is that main mode that is the heart and soul of this game, the entire reason you should pick this game up. It compresses the RPG experience in a way that is a whole lot of fun, while simultaneously throwing out a lot of the bullshit that these games usually make you deal with. It's a singular experience, one that even its own sequel didn't really manage to recapture, and it's still well worth looking at today. Now, at this point, Half Minute Hero has come out on a lot of different platforms, but any one of them is a good way to experience it. All you really need is a D-pad and a few face buttons. This isn't something terribly complex here. Some of the newer versions, like the ones on PC and Xbox 360, have more than one graphical style, both the 8-bit imitation and a more cartoony style. But the original PSP release does only contain the 8-bit, which I think is the better graphical style anyway, but if you can't stand it, you should pick up another version. On In Case You Missed It, I look at games that people ignored when they came out or forgotten since. Games that people have missed. If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe so you can see the latest videos. If you like this video in particular, be sure to hit that like button, and thanks for watching.